Let's dive right into this explainer. Today, we are tackling what is honestly the ultimate David versus Goliath battle in the modern tech world. We're talking about owning your AI foundation versus perpetually renting it from those massive cloud giants. It's a huge topic affecting almost every single team trying to implement AI right now. And believe it or not, the way we simply store our data is at the very center of it all.
It really boils down to one brilliantly simple question. Are you working for the model companies, or are you working for yourself? Think about that for a second. It completely challenges you to look closely at your AI strategy. Are you actually innovating for your own business, or are you just digging someone else's moat? Every prompt you write, every query you run, every piece of data you process, who is really owning that infrastructure? To figure out how to break free, we've got to start by taking a hard look at the somewhat painful reality of default cloud AI operations today. The truth is, default cloud APIs basically force you right into a corner. With cloud AI, your token bills just climb endlessly. There's practically no ceiling. And honestly, worse than that, your highly sensitive, proprietary corporate data is living on someone else's servers. You're running your business on an API that you ultimately can't control. Literally one policy change from a tech giant, and you are left scrambling. Now flip that. Local AI represents this incredibly safe, predictable model. It's a one-time hardware cost, your data is 100% private, it can be entirely offline, and it's completely governed by your own rules. Just think about the financial reality over a typical 3-year timeline. The compounding cost of those API token bills is a massive financial drain that just keeps rising and rising as your team uses AI more frequently. You're just endlessly renting access. Meanwhile, if you make a flat one-time investment in local hardware, your recurring costs drop drastically. Your financial footprint stays beautifully flat and, more importantly, predictable. Okay, so let's shift gears and explore the strategic potential here. What happens when we actually bring that computing power completely in-house? Imagine an infrastructure that literally nobody can pull the plug on. It starts with just a single hardware purchase. You get to completely say goodbye to those unpredictable per-token bills. Your most valuable data stays right there on your desk. It is completely offline capable, if you need it to be. You own the foundation, you set the access rules. No third-party landlord is going to suddenly wake up and change the terms of service on your most crucial workflows. But, there's always a catch. There is a hidden, incredibly frustrating technical bottleneck when teams actually try to build this local setup. Because as it turns out, just slapping a powerful graphics card into a machine isn't quite enough. To really understand this bottleneck, we have to talk about retrieval augmented generation, or RAG workflows. When you query private AI, the system actively searches your local documents, pulls out very specific text chunks, and then feeds them to the model for context. Doing that requires lightning-fast, entirely random data access. If your storage layer can't fetch those documents instantly, well, your super smart, incredibly fast AI is just left sitting there, twiddling its thumbs, waiting for data. And here is the hidden villain slowing everything down, the traditional spinning hard disk drive. Sure, standard hard drives are totally fine for cold, long-term archives, but the mechanical latency, the actual physical spinning of the platters, it completely breaks down under the concurrent random access demands of dynamic AI workloads. Under any kind of real team pressure, your AI workflow effectively hits a brick wall. So how do we actually fix this? How do we cure that agonizing storage delay for good? It helps to visualize it. Think of standard hard drives like a massive physical library where it takes forever to walk down the aisles to find one specific page. Great for storage, terrible for speed. All-flash storage, on the other hand, acts like a hyper-organized deck of flashcards, giving your AI instant, snappy recall. There is zero mechanical latency. It handles random access brilliantly, which is absolutely critical when multiple people on your team are hitting the AI at the exact same time with concurrent workloads. If we trace the actual steps of an AI workflow, it reveals exactly why flash storage is non-negotiable. From step 1, loading massive model files into memory, to rapidly searching a vector database, to retrieving specific RAG document chunks, all the way to finally generating a response, every single one of those stages requires constant, heavy, random data movement. See, storage is deeply integrated with the computation itself. The KV cache and the whole inference loop depend incredibly heavily on rapid data movement. The fastest tier, the memory, is doing the heavy lifting up top, but the storage tiers below it absolutely have to keep pace. If the storage tier beneath your GPU is dragging its feet, the entire inference loop becomes a huge bottleneck.
It really doesn't matter how fast your GPU is if it's constantly starved for data.
Right, so this brings us to a really fascinating solution from the source material that's actively tackling this exact local storage crisis. Enter VIVIBIT. This system totally rethinks local architecture. Rather than forcing your AI workflows into some traditional, clunky storage server, it acts as a compact, all-flash private AI gateway, all contained in a single desktop-sized box. It seamlessly combines all flash storage, local models, and team data workflows into this silent little powerhouse that you can literally just place right in your office. What I absolutely love about the setup is the total lack of overhead. You don't need a massively cooled server room or a dedicated IT squad. It gives you 100% plug-and-play simplicity, packing up to 1.2 meg NVMe capacity for incredibly fast flash storage. It even handles hardware alerts automatically with remote management. Seriously, no IT expertise required. And crucially, it's got built-in team governance, so you can actually set safe, reliable access rules for all your different workflows.
And this all-flash environment, it serves a remarkably versatile range of workloads. Whether it's a creative team needing ultra-low latency storage for massive 8K video post-production, a research lab running heavy local AI inference, or a company managing a highly secure private cloud, it handles the concurrent pressure flawlessly right at the source.
Well, let me throw a number at you. 65. VIVIBIT features up to 65 max data reduction. This is a massive engineering feat. It keeps your overall storage footprint incredibly low while ensuring your performance stays sky high. It was designed specifically to improve data efficiency for these heavy, notoriously repetitive local AI workloads. I want to wrap up with an incredibly powerful quote straight from the source material. That's not using AI, that's renting a landlord. Man, that perfectly encapsulates the entire problem with the default cloud model, doesn't it? It is a stark reminder of exactly what the stakes are when we rely entirely on third-party cloud environments for our most cutting-edge workflows. You aren't building a foundation, you're literally just paying rent.
So, I'm going to leave you with this provocative thought to spark your curiosity. Are you ready to stop renting and finally build your own local AI foundation? Taking back control of your data, your infrastructure, and your budget is entirely possible right now. You just need the right all-flash architecture to make it happen without hitting a wall. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I really hope this gives you a completely new, empowered perspective on your own AI strategy.